Welcome to WTDC-25, the World Telecommunication Development Conference, and we're here in the ITU studio, and I've got the great pleasure of being joined today by Mr. Américo Muchanga, who is the Minister for Communications and Digital Transformation for the Ministry of Communications and Digital Transformation of Mozambique. Minister, welcome to the studio.
Thank you very much.
Now, can I start off by asking you, why is WTDC-25 important for socio-economic development, in your opinion?
Well, WTDC is very important because if we look back at the time that telecommunication was created, telephones were just used, for talking to a person. So it was for me to be able to call my mother, my sister, my friends, and convey a message. But with development, telecommunications became the fabric of a society. It became the fabric for economies and how business happens. So today, telecommunications, they are far much more important for the life of the people than they were, say, back 30 years ago, 40 years ago. And because of that, and because we always use telecommunications today for everything that we do, the development of telecommunications is very important because no one can be left behind. We can no longer afford to have people in rural communities with no phones, because by not having a phone, it means that they cannot transact, they cannot do business, they cannot start, they cannot even find their way of where they want to go. So we need to make sure that we have a space in which we can develop telecommunications, and WTDC should help the countries with less capacity, less financial capacity to also develop at the same pace as developed countries, but also to ensure that people that live in rural areas, they can benefit also from the telecommunication digital society.
And you've taken the time to be here, obviously. What makes this particular event stand out from the rest?
Now, this event is very important because, like I was saying, there is a lot of things that can be done with telecommunication, but today WTDC is not only for telephony, it's also for how can we deal with things like climate change, for instance. How can we deal with natural disasters? How do you react when we have a telecommunication a disaster that can affect telecommunication infrastructure, can affect the life of people? So WTDC, it's really very, very important, but it's also a platform where we can come together to discuss problems, share solutions, propose solutions that affect the society at large. So it's very important. It's a forum in which all those issues that matter for the global community, they can be discussed.
Now, Mozambique is doing amazing work in advancing digital development in the country. Perhaps you could share a few examples.
Yeah, our vision in Mozambique in terms of digital transformation is that we want to serve the people from where they are. Mozambique is a very long country, so typically for you to get a service that's provided by the state or even a company, you have to travel long distance, sometimes 500 kilometers. And just the cost of travel, usually it's far much bigger than the cost of the service you're going to get. So we want to serve people from where they are. That's our vision. But to do that, it means that we need to develop digital systems and also digital infrastructure. So this event for us, it's very important because it enables us to come up with solutions as to how can we connect people that live in the rural area so that they can access the services that we will deploy centrally, perhaps in the capital city. So we want to learn from what ITU and other nations are doing in terms of digital inclusion, digital literacy. How are they deploying data centers? How are they using artificial intelligence to provide the services to society? So we see this as one of the legs in our mission. One leg is digital systems, second leg is digital infrastructure, digital inclusion, digital literacy, and that's what we are learning in this event.
And how optimistic are you in terms of digital development for Mozambique in the future?
We have a plan for 5 years in which we hope that in 5 years we should have deployed at least 134 services that are used by about 90% of the people and businesses. So we are very optimistic that we need to deliver on that. Obviously the challenges are immense. We have a plan, for instance, to provide internet for all by 2030. That's just 5 years shy from today. So it means that we need to combine all sorts of technology, from terrestrial technology to satellite technologies, to be able to provide the connectivity to those. We need to deploy internet at the schools, to impact education. We need to deploy digital systems for the health sector. So there is a lot of challenges, but also there's a lot of opportunities that we can do if we're able to deliver on our agenda.
And I wish you all the very best with that. Minister Américo Muchanga, thank you so much for joining us in the studio today.
Thank you so much, and I want to commend you for the good work that you're doing at ITU and at WTDC.
Well, we'll take that very much as it's offered, and we very graciously thank you very much indeed.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And if you've enjoyed this interview, which I'm sure you will have, then do check out our other interviews on our YouTube channel, our podcast, wherever you get your podcasts from. And for further information, visit our website at itu.int/WTDC-25. Thanks for tuning in.